Are you looking to add some dynamic motion control to your videos and you're just not quite sure how to prompt it? Well, Leonardo AI's Motion 2.0 just might be the answer for you. Guys, I'm Brian, half of the Creative AI Show, where we are two creative guys talking AI, putting up videos on YouTube every day about using tools like this to help out your creative projects. So I'm getting really deep into my music video project and I'm looking at each one of these tools, Leonardo, Kling, Google Veo, and I'm looking at each one of them and saying, hey, what are the strengths of each one of these? And so today I'm going to dissect Leonardo AI. And yes, I do know that in Leonardo, they do have the model available of being able to use Veo 3 and Veo 3 Fast. We did some heads ups and, using it straight through Google was, really the answer. Using it in Leonardo was just not as good. So we're going to look at Motion 2.0 today. So what's really cool about this is you have this motion control panel and motion elements panel. And you can add all of these features to your prompt to try to get an output. And I know I'm teasing these little cute cat videos because, of course, cute cats and dogs make the internet go around. But I'm actually working on my music video with some different directions and scenes like this that I was able to generate, which were pretty cool. So, I don't want to go into the sad stuff here. We're going to look at cute cats today. But I want to talk about what happens when you add too many of these things at the same time, or to kind of go through and take the same prompt and see how we're able to generate these videos. So this first one's a cool one. We've got kind of a cat in space, but if you notice, the camera angle is doing something fun where it's called robot arm. So what I did was I selected, it was part of the motion control here. If you go down to here, robot arm, you see how it's kind of the model and it moves back and forth. So if you look right here in the prompt, robot arm was chosen. I did choose a couple other, things with like the lighting and the theme. I wanted to do light art. And so some of them were up here, but then some of them got added into the prompt. Now I did this prompt enhance thing. So I just put a cat DJing, looking like a party or space or different things going on. And then it took the style and the motion control and the motion elements and did this prompt enhance and updated the prompt on each one of these. But it really made for some cool output. So again, this one to me looks, I'd say, 10% illustrated, 90% realistic, but the DJ actual table looks good. Not that the cat's manipulating it the right way or anything, but altogether a pretty good output here for Leonardo AI. But let's keep moving on. So this one, I did a crash zoom in, and I added a lot of different things to it. So a zoom in, futuristic scene, Bango cat, sleek headphones, creative light art style. So, the lighting here, I think I did creative art, which is one of the ones in here. It did pretty good, but I realized that, hey, I was starting to kind of overcomplicate this thing. So I wanted to test all the different ways to just, see how, just doing a different motion control or doing just a different style would work. So this one, I kind of backed off on the style, different things. I did the lens crack motion control, which is this one here, which is supposed to actually make the lens look like a full crack. So that one kind of failed, but not too bad. Here we were starting to get fun. So bullet time was one of my favorite ones. So it's kind of like the Matrix, kind of where everything slows down. You do like a 360 camera that goes around. So now this is really getting fun. So I could see how, working on your creative projects, if you want to do like a slow motion stop scene, or if you want a very specific camera motion, Leonardo would be a really good reference to do this. Now, what's cool about this also is that each one of these, and I'll get to the top and show you a prompt, you could start with the beginning frame and then prompt it. So you could actually take any one of these video outputs, download it, do a screenshot of the last frame, start a new one, and give it a prompt and kind of continue the scene onward and have some fun. This one was a really cool, it's called Ink Flow. So right here, I think this was in the motion elements. Yeah, Ink Flow right here. So it's kind of like a futuristic type movie style thing where it's a black and white ink style, and it had a lot of fun with that. So that was kind of cool. Same prompt on every one of these. And then I started to add some other elements in here, you know what? I'm sorry. It was, I believe, a vibe. I did clay, papercraft. This first one was papercraft for a vibe. And it still showed the cat, actually showed the cat really good, but if you look at the DJ table, it's like that papercraft kind of stuff. So a cool kind of way to mix a style and a motion control. This motion elements, this moody realism I kind of kept throughout because I like the way that it keeps, a good lighting, like it's like a golden hour type lighting. The camera moves subtly. So I've kind of kept that motion element consistent throughout. And then being able to add a different vibe and style to these things is kind of cool too. So if you can see the kind of paper elements coming in. While the cat looks really good, the motion's good. One of the things that I really love are the shadows on the eyes, or at least the reflections on the eyes. They're consistent with the way that the cat's head is moving. Really, really good outputs here, Leonardo. And then, yeah, this one was a different one. I did moody realism again. Sculptured clay art was the vibe. So sculptured clay was this one right here. And then you see here when I click style that it becomes a part of the prompt, where if I click these things up here, it becomes a part of, it's like over here. So just a little differentiation. So this one's okay. This last one here was, again, moody realism, digital illustration. So vibe was, hold on, not there. Let me see if it was lighting. Digital illustration, I think, was one of these ones. So I messed with these ones as well. So, but altogether, had a lot of fun, had some good consistent outputs altogether. The cats look really, really good in these. The motion's good. Would be kind of a fun little scene to throw in the middle of a music video if you wanted to. But it just showed that Leonardo is a bit more useful than I think. And, this is definitely a good way to where if you've got an idea of a way you want the camera to move, but you're not quite sure how to say it, you can study these and see, the different ways where it's crane overhead or crane up or a crash zoom in. Like, that's cool. A quick zoom in. It's like, that's like a modern day kind of editing style. Or a zoom out. That's like a real quick one. Eyes in is a fun one. I had that. I tried to do it, but it didn't really work for me, but I didn't really show the figure's eyes. Robot arm, I showed you in an example. So yeah, if you're, you've got a vision in your head and you're not quite sure how to word it, try it in Leonardo.ai. And if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do. Rash and I talk every Monday on the Creative AI Show, where we're talking about 20-30 minutes about the latest updates and just playing with tools like this and figuring out which ones work best in different situations. And yeah, we're going to keep on sharing this content. We hope it's useful for you. We're two creative guys talking AI.